Here we go again. A collective of YouTube virgins have assembled once again to collaborate on a project, One Villainous Moment, where they discuss a scene that exemplifies why this particular villain is the best, or exemplifies that villain best, or the best scene that villain is in, or so on. And hey, you can make a video too. Just make your own video and send it to Nando V Movies, which I am currently showing you right now. Today, my villain and my villainous moment will be from the acclaimed film and one of my favorites, Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. Mainly today, I'm going to be talking about Mr. Orange. There's been a lot of debate in Reservoir Dogs, the film, about who is the villain. Many assume it is Mr. Blonde or Nice Guy Eddie, but Quentin Tarantino himself has come out to say that though many people think Mr. Orange is the hero, he sees him as anything but. And well, dear viewer, you ask yourself, what is the villainous moment? When will this freaking hack get to it? Well, I will get to it right now. The villainous moment is the moment Mr. Orange becomes the villain and in turn gets shot. One more thing. This video will have spoilers for Reservoir Dogs, which is one of the greatest films ever made and probably one of the greatest heist films ever made. So go watch the film. It's available on HBO Max, or just throw your cash at a bunch of video clerks. Okay. The premise on this movie is that a heist went wrong, and the cops were at the place where these jewelry thieves with the code names of colors committed their robbery. We find out later in the film that Mr. Orange, played by Tim Roth, is an undercover cop with the mission to make up his own story and convince the other robbers that he is a criminal just like them. So he has to come up with his own story, being mentored by another undercover cop. And that cop tells him that his acting has to seem like it's real. How he can't just be a cop. He has to be an actor. He has to become the villain. So, Mr. Orange creates a story, and he practices it. He memorizes it. He knows every little detail. So meticulous. This whole story could seem like it's real, a little too real. That doesn't really matter because he gets in and commits the heist. Another thing about this film is that it's about a jewelry heist. Though the jewelry heist is never shown, we know enough about it to feel like that we've already experienced it. And in the film, Mr. Orange is walking with Mr. White to a car, trying to jack it to get out of the vicinity and situation that they are in. Mr. Orange opens the driver's seat, door to the driver's seat, and there was this woman in the car with a gun waiting for them, who shoots Mr. Orange. He falls to the ground but instantly pulls out his gun and shoots her. He's an undercover cop who just killed an innocent woman trying to defend her rights and her car. And that undercover cop just became a villain. That was the moment Mr. Orange became a villain. He became just like all the people he was trying to arrest. Now he's about to die with them. At the end of the movie, he reveals that he is an undercover cop to Mr. White, who then proceeds to shoot him as it cuts to black and shows the movie rolls the credits. I think Mr. Orange is one of the most compelling, believable, and realistic villains in modern cinema. I do not think Mr. Orange is the best villain, but he was the one that I wanted to make a video about most. I had other villains on the list that I wanted to talk about in this video, but I felt like I had the most to say about Mr. Orange. His other villains include Tyler Durden, Anton Chigurh, Hal from 2001: A Space Odyssey, Alex from A Clockwork Orange, and plenty more that I will get to one day. But that's all I got for today, guys. If you want to make your own video discussing a villainous moment, email it to Nando V Movies, or comment on one of his videos saying that you'd like to be added to the playlist. Otherwise, I'm out.